everyone, this is Mario from the Luca Espresso Repair, and here we have this beautiful Gaggia Cardona that we're gonna be recycling. This machine has a very big internal failure. Basically the Carafe section that you see right here, that one right here, this area, or all these parts that you see right here, broke, and we will have to like assemble absolutely everything. But not also that, we have to replace the sensor that you see right here, which is pretty expensive. Right here,
Yeah.
this hose right here is the one that is damaged. It will not be able to be reused, and we will have to replace it. Now this hose runs all the way from here all the way into the insides of the machine, into the middle of the machine, and then connected at the bottom of the thermal block. That means we have to open the entire grinder right here, the entire cover too. We have to open this as well. Let me take it out. There you go. There you go. And the hose that you can kind of see. Let me see if I can move it from the bottom. I don't know you can see that, but you cannot even see it. It is that deep in there that you cannot even you can kind of see it, but you cannot at the same time. It's so deep in there. We have to open absolutely everything on the machine, sadly, and that's one of the weaker points of these Gaggia machines. The Carafe right here is just kind of fragile, and as you push these constantly into the machine, you will eventually just weaken the connections and break it. So it's sad that they made this machine like that, and especially the hose that is connected super deep in there. So the machine is done for. We're gonna be just recycling, or we're gonna be reusing all these parts for other machines as well, servicing them, making sure everything's all right before we transfer them to a newer machine. And this one is just going to get completely recycled. We're gonna be taking absolutely everything, get all the way to maybe see that hose, and see how far we can get. Okay, so now that we're closer to the grinder, we're gonna be removing this beautiful thing. Gonna have to wiggle it down a little bit. It's connected with these two rubber ones, and it also has a rubber and a spring at the bottom. See the rubber, see the spring right here. This is what actually makes it's like a little suspension. The vibration spring, it makes the whole grinder stay put and not vibrate out of place and not rattle your entire machine when this is working. Also, one of the cool things about these grinders is that these are DC power, and these are direct drive grinders as well with ceramic burrs. Let me just take the coffee out of there. There you go, perfect. See that white little part on inside the grinder? Yeah, that one right there, those are ceramic burrs. We can take them out. Let me see, there you go, all the way, and they are flat as well. These ones can really deliver a great shot of espresso. They grind very uniformly. Of course, you gotta still clean it, and we gotta clean this grinder to actually make it grind properly. And you still have to take care of them by not using oily beans, otherwise you will start seeing that kind of like buildup all around it. You're gonna start getting worse, where it will eventually just clog and seize in here, which can break the grinder itself. Even though this is a direct drive grinder, the motor is right here, and there's a big rod that actually spins a big wheel right here that turns the entire grinder itself. You can still damage it with all that coffee buildup. You can still see there's a lot of buildup in there. So we're gonna be cleaning this beautiful grinder and refurbishing it so we can go to another machine. Let's put this one right here. Perfect. So now that we have this area out, let's remove some of the panels so we can, there you go, inspect the other side. For this one, we can just go up, there you go. Back, I believe I took it apart, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we need a couple of screws on the back. I think there's another one right here. There you go, right there. even a little tab right here. That's crazy. I never have seen that. You push this the wrong way, you will snap this in half. Okay, good to know. And this is the access port for the diagnostic parts of the motherboard. Thankfully, this motherboard is still functional. The only thing that the machine had, it was a mechanical failure. So it was not electronic failure or anything. All the electronics of this machine are still working. Flow meters as well. The pump from 2022, the flow meter as well, 2022, thermal blocks and other parts of the machine are still useful. And thankfully, Gaggia uses a lot of parts that are compatible with different models, so I'll still be able to reuse this thermal block if I need to, or any of these parts as well. So let's see if we can even see the hose that I wanted to replace. We don't even see the hose yet. Okay. I was thinking to remove this area, but I'm not sure exactly how. I think we need to remove these two screws. There's two screws at the bottom right there, and then maybe we can take this thing up. Let's try it. I'll be honest, I have no idea how to really get in here, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna be reusing all these screws as well, all these micro switches, everything out of this machine. All right. Oh, I do feel it. Something coming up. So this whole area is like a modular area, so this will kind of come out. That means the two screws that are located right in there. One is loose already. Good. Loose. And anything here. This is the part that I was having trouble. Okay, let's remove this out. I think it's attached with some parts of the inside of the machine. Brilliant is still okay. We can definitely reuse that. That one definitely not. That one is done for. You can see the discoloration of it already and some kind of coffee buildup. When that starts happening, that means that these O-rings are wearing out, and it will just start like overheating the whole valve as steam starts to push through here, and it doesn't really seal properly, and it starts to burn the plastic on the outside. So that means that the internal mechanisms is also wearing out. Not something I will reuse. But there's another one right here, so let's take that one first and see if we can remove the entire frame. I'll be honest, I love doing this. Taking things completely apart. Oh, interesting. This is going to be hard to open. I'm gonna have to be a little rough on it. I don't like being rough, but there seems to be like a screw or something holding the entire thing inside. Okay. This one's out, it's out. What is holding you in there? Okay, let's remove some of these. I have a new approach. I'm going to remove these sensors, going to remove part of this thermal block. I'm going to remove maybe this ribbon cable and try to remove the display board so we can take it out. Maybe there's a screw right under here. I'm not sure exactly where, but it's definitely holding the entire thing. So let's just start with the little sensors then. So I don't want to damage these things. If I want to be rough on the frame, I want to save as much as I can possibly save from this machine. There you go. I see the micro switch. I see the micro switch. They actually make you pay a lot for these ones. Usually you pay like around $30 for these things. So yeah, we're gonna take that for sure. Gimme. There you go. Down. Wiggle. There you go. Perfect. Take this grounding. Alright, let's take this cover out. We can see the thermal block. This is nice. Usually you don't work on the thermal block very often unless you're having some heating issues. But usually you have more leaks or mechanical failures than heating issues. Alright, we got this one out. Perfect. You can take this into little tap in here. They made it hard, huh? They didn't make it easy. Let's see if we can actually even see the hose after this. There you go, out of here. And this is the thermo block of the Gaggia. These are the temperature sensors. This is what actually detects the temperature for brewing and for steaming. The machine will automatically know which one is detecting the temperature and will heat up this thermo block to that temperature as well. So that's how it can do steam and it can do brewing on the same thermo block boiler. This is also another sensor right here, all connected to the board, and of course is on a plastic base right here on top of the water tank. And we still cannot see the hose. Maybe that one right there. We can still not see what is exactly connected. All right, it is connected to that. Perfect, it is connected right there. I can see it now. It is connected to that sonoval right there. Still, in order to remove it, we're gonna have to open it a little bit more. So let's see how far we can go. Let's disconnect parts of the thermo block. This is the ground wire, very important. There you go. We can move this to the side. Up. Oh, woohoo, my finger. Whoopsie. All right, do not do that if you're replacing your pump. What I try to do is basically pry it just a little bit out. You can kind of see that this is attached to this area. So just pry a little bit out and then just go up. But as soon as I did it, I think I did it too strongly and it just snapped. You can still kind of fix this by just grabbing a zip tie and then putting it around here, but still try not to do that if you are servicing your machine. Like I said, I'm recycling this machine, so I'm not being very careful. There you go. Take that out too. And remove the cables for this. Also, these cables are usually put this kind of like glue silicone on them. They never apply it properly too. Usually it's like just smearing there, and that sometimes can be very tricky to remove, especially because this sensor right here, it's a safety sensor for your pump in case your pump overheats. Pushing right here, that little dot. Come on, there you go. Push properly all the way. There you go, all the way. Perfect. We got the pump right here. It's attached to that area. All right. So best way will be to actually start on twisting from here. Thankfully, this is made out of plastic and not made out of metal. It's easier to twist, but also very easy to make a leak if you don't apply this properly. That's why there's a gasket right here, so it goes and squeezes together. All right, we got this, we got that. We can, I don't like snapping wires, but I might actually do that for this one. That sensor, we are not going to go with that, so I might do that, but I will try to keep this whole thing intact, so that way I don't have to mess around with it. It's still a good thermal block, and I don't want to mess around with these connections. They're still solid right here. These ones, they don't move with your fingers. That means they're still good. Also, this one as well, still good, not leaking. You don't see any signs of leaking or scale build-up in here or nothing, so that means it's still working. And it is connected to the 3-inlet valve that is on the inside of the machine. All Gaggia machines have this kind of valve. Hard to see that one, that kind of white bar right there. All these Gaggias have this kind of like valves inside the machine, and depending on which model you have, it can be very hard to reach or almost impossible to reach, like this one. That one takes care of delivering water from your thermal block into the brew unit or into the hot water or steamer. There you go. Let's see, we can take this out, maybe up. Nope. We take this a little to the side. Nope. Maybe remove the water tank. At this point, we're in place of no return, and I'm going very carelessly right here. Wow, that's That's very deep. Alright. Okay. Can we try? Oh, I forgot there's 2 more on the other side. I don't think I'll be able to take it out from here. Okay. I did once a repair similar on a similar machine, not this one specifically, but a similar new construction and new design, and I had to like literally take the entire thing apart, but it wasn't as hard as this one, to be honest. This one is a little trickier, much trickier than I anticipated. All right. Can we save the wiring of the board? Before I'm going to attempt something. I'm going to break the frame. I'm going to put a screwdriver right here, and then I'm gonna pry it out and see if I can get this frame out, because I have no idea how else is going to be connected. How else is connected? Okay, we're gonna have a new approach. I tried a couple of things. I tried to be gentle. I tried removing some stuff. I already have even the thermoblock outside, the water pump outside, grinder outside, most switches outside, and this still is not letting me open this cover. So I'm going to just pry it out just by going into here and then just break it. I don't like doing this, but like I said, this machine is getting recycled, and we're just gonna be using it for parts. So all these wires, all these kind of electrical connections can be completely scrapped or removed. I will try to use everything, but sometimes you cannot use everything. I'm gonna be a little rough with this. This is very interesting that I haven't seen on Gaggia. This is shrink wrap, and it's rubber, a really high quality one too. Usually they use zip ties to secure sensors, wires to different things. I guess they use this one because it's connected to a thermal hose, but also kind of like a little crazy that it's connected to that hose that is gonna get hot and it's gonna transfer that heat to the wire. But still pretty interesting that they use these to hold it into place. As I was pulling it from the other side, it was having a lot of resistance. So let's see if we can just kind of like wiggle it out. There you go, there you go, there you go. Perfect. This wire is the sensor for the Carafe. This one right here. This is the sensor. This is what actually detects your Carafe position for either cappuccinos, hot waters. It will detect one or the other or both. So this, if you need to replace it, the wiring, well, good luck. It's gonna be really hard. This thing is connected all the way to the motherboard. It goes from here all the way to the inside, other side, and then connected to the motherboard right here. Let's remove some parts of the motherboard. Okay, we can probably take these out, so that way we can, there you go, see the motherboard. Perfect. Perfect. Remove the things. Super important to do it right. These are super fragile connectors, and I didn't think, you know, I wanna take the motherboard out and already send somewhere. That way I don't damage it with any trauma or anything that the machine is gonna suffer in a bit, as I'm gonna be very rough with it. But this is the motherboard of the machine. I love these motherboards. They're still very serviceable. You can still solder some parts of these. Some parts, not all of them, like those little ones if they go bad, or these ones if they go bad, or even this one, it will be extremely hard to replace it. Usually what it goes bad is these little ones or these little boxes, so it's easier to just go from the back, identify the connections, and then solder them. Also, these motherboards are coated with a special powder coating to prevent any kind of moisture from getting into them, so it's kind of safe to grab them. Still, you know, you should not be just grabbing the board from the underneath or anything. And I'm gonna be saving this board on a specific bag for motherboards, so it doesn't have any electrostatic or nothing like that. Let's remove these. Okay, thankfully it's the ground, and I can be a little rough with it. There you go. This one out as well. Take it out. Most of these connectors are proprietary, so it's hard to connect some misconnect something because they only attach to one part. As you can kind of see, everything is kind of different except these two. These two, you have to know exactly which one you are connecting to where, because one of these is power and the other one is a light wire. So you cross this one, you will just fry the entire thing, as you will be just getting AC power directly into the system before it gets to the direct current, which is DC power. There you go. Let me see if I can get this one out in here. Oh, perfect. And then the other one. These are so tricky sometimes to remove. Thankfully, whenever you actually are servicing a motor, it's because you are replacing it. In this case, we're trying to save it from a broken machine. There you go. There you go. We got the whole thing. We can see the fuses here as well, and everything. All right, let's put it back into this case. Electrical connector was right here, so that way it goes into here. And we'll store it and keep it for, I don't know, maybe another Gaggia Cardona or another Gaggia machine that uses this exact board. As you can see, this is Gaggia Italia. You can see the version of it and the model. So yeah, this board is I think Gaggia is using this board in a lot of models, so we can still use it. Perfect. Let's put it back. Just this. Can you believe we still haven't even got the other part? Can I see the other? Where are they? No, they're not there. Wow, we got the motherboard, we got this part, we got other things. That's quite a teardown right here. I'm glad I'm not putting this back, to be honest. I'm so glad that I'm not putting this back again. And I'm just taking the part because this would be a nightmare to install again. Alright. So can we now remove some of these things? Perfect. Wiring and stuff. Actually, we can reuse some of this wiring too. Perfect. The ground wires. That's a sensor for the motor. This is the motor one. Okay, this is the motor. We can probably use the motor as well. Flow meter, we don't need to mess around with it. Sensor for the water tank is in there too. Alright, time to break the machine now. Alright. Perfect. We have it already open, I guess. Now, how is that even attached? Wait, what? It's attached to the front? How? How? I'm still not there. Can you believe this? I am still not there. Just gonna have to pry it from the bottom. Hopefully I don't break anything. I probably will. Alright, here we go. Oh, there you go. So it is attached by tabs in here. There's like these tabs that are attaching this area at the bottom, and there's this kind of hook that goes into. Are you serious? Like they really made this, and I still don't know. It's the hose that is attaching it, that is keeping it from getting removed. Can we finally see how we finally get to it? And I wanted to do this repair. There you go. That one right there. We can take this one out as well. That's compromising two internal hoses in here. I would not like this repair. Okay, we got the whole part. You got to be kidding me. Look at this monster. That is insane. How are how are you even supposed to remove this thing? We are removing all these parts. How are you even supposed to even get there? Like if you have a leak right here, which you actually, this machine had a leak, you can kind of see it in there. That one it takes care of delivering water from your thermal block right here into the brew unit and into the steamer one. So this one is extremely important. It is designed to pass water through the entire machine. And if you need to replace it or it starts to leak from here, which there's a gasket as well here, then you have to open it all the way up just to service it, just to replace that gasket. That's not nice. That's a lot of work. So yeah, I'm glad I'm recycling this machine, and we're gonna be using all these parts for other machines. And the hose that was bad is this one right here. This is from the two-way valve, this one. So in this case, we'll have to remove the clip from here. Right, so the hose that controls the carafe and all the functions is this one, and as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, it's damaged. You will not be able to reuse this. It will just start leaking, it will just bend, it will just break the entire device again. So we will have to actually remove it and take it apart. That means we have to remove part of the sensor, we have to open all the machine, get in here, replace it, put it back in there, and redo all our steps and put it back together. At this point, I will also service this and replace all these parts, because I will not like to come back here again ever. So yeah, that is quite a lot of work just to get here. Let's remove the water tank cover, so that way we can take a better look inside the machine here. There's a screw right here underneath on the other side, hard to kind of see. So yeah, there's like, how many screws is in this? I mean, at least I'm gonna have a lot of screws for this machine. That's a good part. A lot of these are gonna be used for other gadgets, cycles and stuff. There you go, water tank is out. Perfect. And this is how you can take it out. The hose is and the sensor right there. Wow, that's a lot of work to remove this thing. Even if I have the part, I don't think I will actually ever replace this part. Like just for the amount of work that you need to do to get to it, I will not replace this. I'm gonna take the sensor, but yeah, this machine is a nightmare to work with. Now that I think about it, now that I'm seeing it, I'm working on it as well. I have worked with a lot of gadgets and in the past, but like this is one of the hardest ones to really get to. Like I love the Anima because you can it's modular. You can open it, see everything, service it, put it back, and then you're good. This one, the whole case is just integrated with the entire machine. So you have to disassemble all the way just to service it. I mean, you have to replace one of these, you have to replace these as well. All this work is just too much. It's just too much work. They really don't want us to fix the machines no more, to be honest. It's kind of sad. The way this thing is just designed, hold up, and everything just interconnected. It's just designed to really increase the labor hours and to just make you buy a new machine. Pretty sad, pretty sad. But yeah, this is basically the Gaggia Cardona Prestige, or what is left of it. I'm gonna remove some parts of it as well too. Like we can still remove. You know what? Let's remove that one as well. Just to finalize, we'll remove the brew valve that is located here. Take that out. Come here. Take that out too. Give me. There you go. Yeah, this. Yeah. And on the other side, I think we can just remove two screws, which is this one right here. And I can show you why I was telling you that this valve actually does fail, and why it fails, and why this one was almost about to fail. Okay, there you go. This one right here, there's a spring underneath the valve. And as this thing ages, this seal that is in here, that is just plastic on plastic, and it's kind of like welded plastic or glue plastic, because once it starts to deteriorate, this thing will just come off. It comes off, you are not going to be able to use your machine no more. You have to replace the entire part. That means you have to get to this area in order to save your machine. So this is something that can happen on the third, fourth year of the lifespan of your machine, depending how much you use your machine, how much water you run through it, you run how much rinsing cycles and stuff. So it really depends a lot, but this fails, and I have seen it, and I have actually replaced it. And this is not a very durable part, and the fact that they put it right in the middle of the entire machine, in order for you have to get all the way here to replace it. It's unacceptable. It's really sad. So yeah, there you have it, Gaggia Cardona Prestige, or what's left of it. We took all the parts. We're going to be recycling all of these, and it's going to go on machines that are easy to service and they're going to extend their life and save other machines. So there it is. Quite a lot of work. I was not expecting to go like this to take this long, and I was not expecting it to be this deep either. Like especially these big cover part as well, being like a hole in one right here. Like there's a way to kind of like remove it, but there's a lot of black plastic tabs and stuff. Yeah, it's solid. It's not easy to remove. So I still have to remove some parts in order to kind of get the spouts, get the display inside, get other things in there. But like, just look at this monstrosity. Like this is just half of the entire machine. In order to get to it, you have to disassemble so much of it, so much. But hey, there you go. Gaggia Cardona Prestige. They look pretty from the outside, but they just are. They're really not. How they don't make them like they used to. They don't make them like they used to. They're not as durable as they should be. Even though it looks very pretty and it has all these functions where you can just push a button and get a cappuccino automatically, and it has a bunch of other features that are really nice, but it's just not a durable machine. So there you have it. Gaggia Cardona Prestige, complete teardown, recycling all these parts, and hopefully they go to good machines. So there you have it, Gaggia Cardona Prestige, completely tear down and all the parts ready to be recycled. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the like and hit the bell.